Do you believe in the supernatural? In order to answer this question, we have to first understand what is the natural. How do we experience anything subjective at all? Even though we know we exist in our bodies, when we look inside the body, we don't find an inner self, the so-called soul. So who's the me that knows that it knows that it knows? How can we even begin to ask the question regarding so-called out-of-body experiences when actually we have no idea how we even have an in-body experience? There seems to be no one there. The mystery is somewhat solved once we realize that we are not in the body, but that the body is in us. The world we experience, all of it, the universe, the mind, the body, arise and subside in our innermost being. That innermost being experiences itself as an observer in space and also in time. Since the non-local is a domain where all is instantly connected and correlated, including past, present and future, but also a domain where all locations in space are also instantly correlated, this is the realm of the so-called paranormal. Instant communication or telepathy, extrasensory perception, clairvoyance, clairaudience, perceptual experience of the past, prophecy, visitation by ghosts, angels, divine entities, diabolical beings. If we realize that both the normal and the so-called supernormal are projections of our own consciousness, they become equally explicable or perhaps equally inexplicable. Imagine a beautiful red sunset atop a mountain. You know, there's no picture of a sunset in your brain, but you experience the image. And when you look out of your window and see New York City, only chemicals are generated inside your brain, but you don't experience photons, electricity, or chemicals. You create that experience. So too, you create the world, and all its possible forms exist in consciousness in the most fundamental ground of your being. That is who you really are. If you find yourself, you won't make a distinction between the normal and the paranormal, because all that exists is conceived, constructed, created, governed, and comes into manifestation in your own being.